What role does environmental variation play in species competition? Imagine a forest where the sunlight filters differently each day, or a pond where water levels rise and fall seasonally. These changes are examples of environmental variation that influence how species compete and coexist. This variation occurs over different time frames, from daily changes to multi-year shifts, and it impacts species in unique ways. When resources like light, water, and nutrients fluctuate, they alter which species thrive and which struggle. Some plants might grow best in wet conditions, while others prefer dry soil. These differences mean that no single species can dominate all the time, especially when conditions change frequently. Short-term fluctuations create what are called temporal niches, giving different species chances to flourish at different times. This prevents one species from taking over completely and allows many to coexist. On the other hand, long-term environmental changes can favor certain species over extended periods. If the environment consistently favors one species, it might outcompete others, leading to their decline. But if the average conditions sit between the optimal ranges of competing species, it can help maintain diversity over time. Species also respond to environmental variation through plasticity, which is their ability to adjust traits without changing their genes. For example, some plants can grow taller or develop thicker leaves depending on water availability. Over generations, species may also evolve traits better suited to changing environments. Competition can influence these adaptations, pushing species to become more flexible or specialized. Environmental heterogeneity, or differences across space, adds another layer. When conditions vary across a landscape, some species may thrive in certain patches while struggling in others. This trait variability within species helps them survive in unpredictable conditions. A key idea that explains how species coexist despite competition and variation is called the storage effect. It describes how species can persist by responding differently to environmental fluctuations and enduring unfavorable periods. When conditions favor one species, it grows stronger, but the other species can survive until the environment shifts again. Understanding how environmental variation influences competition helps us predict how ecosystems will respond to climate change and habitat changes. It shows us that maintaining diverse and variable environments is vital for supporting many species. In the end, environmental variation shapes competition by changing which species have the advantage over time and space. It promotes coexistence by creating shifting conditions and encouraging species to adapt, ensuring that many species can thrive together in the complex web of ecosystems.